Hey you who are watching me, do you know that on average we spend more than 4 hours a day on our smartphones? The start of the school year is often an opportunity to change phones. And if that's the case, feel free to stay on this video because it's Mathieu from Stay Connected, and with the Discord team, we have prepared a small selection of Android phones to help you find the gem based on your budget. You have a maximum budget of 200 euros, so we recommend the Xiaomi Redmi Note 13. Just imagine a 6.67-inch AMOLED screen, a Dimensity 6080 processor, 256 gigabytes of storage, and 8 gigabytes of RAM. This is enough to run apps without any issues and keep your memories at hand, especially since on the photography side, we have a main sensor of 108 megapixels made by Samsung. The second one is an 8 megapixel ultra-wide angle. Honestly, the photos will be more than acceptable, especially if you take them in good lighting conditions. And with its 5000 mAh battery, it will easily last you the day, knowing that even if you are a heavy user, it supports 33-watt fast charging. So, honestly, say goodbye to the stress of a dead battery. Here's a little bonus tip. If this is still a bit too expensive for you, then opt for the 6GB and 128GB storage version. It's also a very good option. And if you want to learn a bit more about this range, which is really very popular, know that on the channel, we have a review of the Redmi Note 13 Pro, which is a hit in terms of views. This really proves that it is a series that is very popular. Do you have a budget that can go up to 300 euros? Let me introduce you to my favorite, the Poco M6 Pro. I tested it myself and I really liked it. An AMOLED 120Hz display, the smoothness is truly impressive in this price range. A MediaTek Helio G99 processor with up to 12 gigabytes of RAM and 512 gigabytes of storage. All of this with fast charging of 67 watts. You will always be on top with a day that is always busy. The only downside for me really is the missing 5G. So if you want my detailed opinion and see how it performs in real conditions, especially, feel free to check out my test video. If you absolutely want to have 5G, I can suggest the Honor Magic 6 Lite 5G, which also has good features. On this phone, Honor talks about a drop-resistant screen with Ultra Bounce technology. And I would like to know, for those who have it, does it really work or is it just marketing? Let me know in the comments below. So, you want to have an original and versatile smartphone? Honestly, forget everything you know. The Nothing Phone 2A is made for you. Unique design with customizable LEDs, a 120Hz AMOLED display, a powerful Dimensity 7200 Pro processor, and a camera that holds its own. If you are the type who enjoys lifestyle, this is typically the kind of phone that will set you apart from others, both because of the LEDs it offers and the soundscapes you can create yourself. I also made a complete video on this model, so feel free to check it out at the end of this video. Want a slightly more classic alternative? Well, I suggest a safe bet, the Samsung A55, which is an excellent choice. Super AMOLED display, Exynos 1480 processor, and the ability to expand storage with a micro SD card. And you know, they are quite rare. The weak point I would say about this phone is the fast charging, which is still quite slow. If you are not convinced, another alternative, well, if you find a good deal on the Pixel 7a, it is also a very interesting option in this price range. If your budget goes up to $400, well, you can opt for the Poco F6, which is the cheapest smartphone equipped with a high-end chip, the famous Qualcomm Snapdragon 8S Gen 3, and honestly, the photo quality is more than acceptable. Come on, let's step up our game, and I suggest the Pixel 8a here. Power, exceptional photo quality, it's the best value for money in this budget range, in my opinion. Capture every moment with stunning clarity and colors. It has an OLED screen, a Tensor G3 processor, and Google's expertise in photography. The only downside is its fast charging, which is limited to 18 watts. I'm not even sure we can call it fast charging. Another option is Baytix in our Discord, who has set his sights on the Motorola Edge 50 Neo, which combines high-end qualities, a 3x optical zoom, an IP68 waterproof certification, a military certification for shock resistance, and a quick charge of 68 watts. And if you want a smartphone that looks like no other, I talked to you about the Nothing Phone 2A for which I made a video. Its high-end version, the Nothing Phone 2, is also an interesting option. I am addressing gamers, demanding users who do not necessarily want to spend a huge amount on their phone. The Realme GT6 is a powerhouse with its Snapdragon 8S Generation 3. It has a display, a front camera, and a battery that justify the price difference compared to the Poco F6 that I mentioned earlier. And now you will be able to dive into your favorite mobile games without compromise, except perhaps for a bit of heating during a long gaming session and the wired search that is absent. It's a shame. We are almost at the perfect opportunity. And if you still think that I am not going far enough in terms of power, well, know that you can step it up by going for the Poco F6 Pro, which has the very good Snapdragon 8 Generation 2. Alright, this time we're going high-end and I have selected the Galaxy S23, which is a compact and powerful smartphone with an excellent camera. Slip it into your pocket and enjoy an experience worthy of the investment wherever you are. If you prefer a more Google Pixel experience, the Pixel 8 Pro offers exceptional photo quality and software updates that last up to 7 years, allowing you to always stay up to date with Android. If you're torn between the two, I can give you a little comparison. I would say the S23 is more compact and has better battery life, while the Pixel 8 Pro has a larger screen and better photo quality in low light. You just have to make your choice. Additionally, we have selected another one for you that seemed interesting, especially if you want to stand out. Well, you can treat yourself to a folding smartphone. I found the Galaxy Z Flip 5, which is within this budget range and has the same power as the Galaxy S23. Just keep in mind that it is a little less good in photos and videos than for me. You will really choose this phone for the advantages related to the foldable. Alright, let's go all out. We are on an unlimited budget and we have opted for the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, which stands out as the best smartphone under Android. 10 times optical zoom, 100 times digital zoom, 200 megapixel sensor, the best screen on the market, excellent battery life, and one UI that offers a well thought out interface, not to mention the immense power. This phone also allows you to push the limits of creativity and productivity on a smartphone since it has a built-in stylus. Now, another smartphone I wanted to highlight and that I have right here with me is the Honor Magic 6 Pro that I use daily. It checks all the boxes: powerful, versatile design, very good battery life, and excellent in photos and videos. A complete and uncompromising experience. If I had to point out a small downside, it would be that I am not the biggest fan of Magic OS 8. But honestly, that's a matter of taste. There are also a few unwanted applications, which is not great when you spend so much on a phone. But fortunately, we can delete them. Now, if you are hesitating between the two, I will give you a quick comparison. Honestly, the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra is undoubtedly the best of the two, but the Magic 6 Pro is not without interest since it is sold for less. Not very excited about the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra and the Honor? Well, no worries, we have another suggestion for you. We thought about the Pixel 9 Pro, Pro XL, and even why not Pro Fold depending on your preferences, which can also be recommended, especially for photography, video, AI, and updates. However, let's not kid ourselves. They are clearly less powerful with their Tensor G4 chip. And that's it for this selection of Android smartphones for the new school year. I love doing it with the people from Discord, so feel free to come join us. We are really in a very good atmosphere. I hope this helps you make your choice. So feel free to tell me which Android smartphone you dream of. Also, don't hesitate to subscribe to the channel and let me know all that in the comments, and especially which smartphone you are going to choose or recommend. In the meantime, I will see you very soon for the next video. This was Mathieu, and stay connected. Bye bye everyone.